So here we have the login that it's we can pass on a username, Alice, right? And we can now we have it at the component level, the controller. This is the controller in the MVC, right? The HTML being the view, the component being the controller. We need the service part, right? The model sending over the data across to be updated. So let's work on that. So yesterday we introduced, or the day before, we introduced the fact that any data manipulation, any access to remote data, we encapsulated in a dedicated service. All right, and we built a really simple service to go fetch courses from our Java server. Yes. This time around, let's play around with our Node.js server, which we started on yesterday. We started playing around with that yesterday. So let's see how we can send over something to our Node.js server. Let's create a service for our users, right? So this is a TypeScript. This would be a user.service.client.ts. Right? So same deal as the earlier, right? We're going to create a class called user service client, right? And we're going to make it injectable. So this is injectable, right? And one of the things I'd like to be able to do is log in. Right? One of the functions that's going to be made available is this, login. Login will be a function that takes as argument a user object, presumably with a username and password, right? And what are we going to do? Well, ideally, we would like to be able to send it over to a server. We'd like to post it to the server. Right? We could do a get, right? But get would expose the username and password in clear text. Typically, we prefer to do a post, right? And include the data just as in the body of the post. So let's do that. We're going to do a fetch. And we're going to go to, let's see, http:// localhost 3000, not 8080, right? 8080 was going into Java. Yes? Oh, here are all TypeScript. These are all TypeScripts. In Node.js, we do JavaScript. Right? On Angular, everything's TypeScript. Yeah, TypeScript is a superset of JavaScript. So all JavaScript is TypeScript. Right? So yeah, Angular is all TypeScript. Okay. Yeah, so we're in Angular, right? We're the Angular side, right? And before we were doing Node.js, so that was all JavaScript. Okay. All right, so we're going to do a fetch. So this is going to be a return. We need to configure this, right? We need to say that what is it, method or type? It's method, right? Is a post, right? We're going to headers. We'll have content type. So same thing like we know how to do, right? So it's content type. It'll be application JSON. What else? We need to send over the actual data. So it'll be in the body. We would like to do a JSON stringify the user object. Anything else? I think that's it. Yeah, I think that's it. Okay. All right, so we have that. This is just a lint error. All right, so in the login component, basically what we're going to do is right here, right? We're going to say, give me that user service we just created, injected to me because I need to use it. I need to post that login from right here when I click on the login function. Yes? Right? So there's my user service. So it'll be private user service of type user service. There it is. And instead of doing a console, we're going to do a user service. Okay, sorry. This dot user service dot login, and we're going to pass in the user. All right? Everybody good? Yes? Okay. right, so we're going to do that. Let's try it out. Let's go to login. Oops. Uncaught error, blah, 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 no provider. Oh, yeah, we forgot to declare the user class as a provider, right? Remember, we did that in the course, right? And that's in the modules. We'll go here, and just like we had the course service client, we're going to declare the user service client. I can never figure out these command. I think it's this one. Is that it? No, that didn't work. There we go. All right, so it loaded in, and it's now available. So let's try that again. Let's go to login, and let's type in Alice. Login. Notice that it's complaining that it did indeed do the post. So it generated the post, right? But it failed because there is no. There's no nothing. Nobody's listening at 3,000 localhost 3000. Actually, I think this should have been. Right. It actually should have been localhost 3000 / login. Right. Right. We need to have a particular URL that we map to. Right. Nevertheless, it's going to fail. Right. There's no one listening at that login. There's 404. Right. Nobody's listening on the server side. So we need to. On the server side, we need to listen to that login, right? All right, so let's head over to the server and let's configure that. All right, let's configure that.